evening everybody, welcome to Haunted Devon's investigation of Bodmin Jail in Cornwall. I'd like to introduce you to Mark Rablin. Mark is the resident medium of this jail. Mark, welcome to Haunted Devon and thanks for having us tonight. Can you tell us about the jail, please?
The jail here at Bodmin was originally constructed in 1779 and was a replacement for the old castle cells up in Launceston. At that point they decided they needed a new focal point here, so they built this jail because we are geographically 4 miles from the dead centre of Cornwall. And then they moved all the small debtors' prisons and all the actual lockups to this main site here at Bodmin.
The venue is obviously supposed to be haunted, and obviously that's why we're here tonight, but we're in one particular area which is supposed to be fairly active. Can you tell us about where we are, please?
Yeah, sure. You're in the long room of the jail itself. And this is the lower ground floor of the main civilian wing of the jail. There would have been a proper ceiling above us where this false one's been put in, because this is the dark level. When you first come into the jail they put you on the dark floor, basically to make you calm down, settle down, follow all the rules and regulations. And then if you behave yourself then they move you up to a level above, and then you're into open plan like you see in the old-fashioned movies with the walkways around the outside. But in this main civilian block itself we have 220 cells in here over 5 floors. Unfortunately we can only access this long room at the moment, but we are digging out further down behind this. Down the far end of this wing is what we call the bride wall, which was the female side of the block. And there's 32 cells in the bride wall where the women would have had their children with them.
Okay, so I think that's enough about this area. Obviously as the night goes on you will see more of this particular area and we'll see how the investigation pans out.
Move the glass in a circle. You can hear me. Or if you have a message for anyone in the group, move the glass towards the person you wish to communicate with. Come on, don't be afraid. It can mean you no harm at all. A bit more energy whizzing around now. That's good. Come on, focus this energy on that glass. Move it for us if you can hear my voice. Move the glass towards somebody if you wish to communicate with them. Or in a circle if you can hear me.
Are you a prisoner here?
No. Did you come with one of us?
Which one did you come with?
There's a glass in that window. Oh, I see her. I want to say, so I don't want to say.
There's somebody in the cell with us. Can you please make yourself known? Make a noise. Scratch something, please. Touch one of us. I'm just surprised you got a bachelor daughter on you.
I was just thinking the same thing. I wasn't going to come in, but I will. In fact, I might even close the door.
Shut the door behind you. Yeah. Come and talk with us.
Oh, you're never on video.
What's that?
Tell me about your evening so far.
Been a bit quiet at the moment. We went up and done a bit of glass divination. It was very slow in the beginning. It did move a little bit. I think it was the name Sam come through. So, but it was very slow and it seemed very weak. A lot of movement. I think it's Susanna. She felt quite faint at the table, so she took herself away from the table sat down for a little while. She felt a little bit better then.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Excellent.
not much else happened really
No.
at the moment. A bit quiet.
So you've been downstairs.
We have, yeah.
Nothing interesting happened.
No.
I was watching on the CCTV. You look like you were doing Ring a Ring a Rosies at one
Yeah,
point. Were
we
you?
were. Yeah. Trying to get out. We were doing some singing as well, trying to get raise the energy. But yeah, it was very, very quiet. I had kept feeling that there was a man down there called George. I don't know why I got the name George. But it just seemed very, very quiet. Quiet down there, even little things. We smelt smoke down there, cigar smoke. Not down the bottom of the stairs, but actually along the corridor.
All right.
Just in one particular area, and then it would disappear again.
All right.
But apart from that, no.
Okay.
Nothing really.
So next you're on this floor, aren't
This
you?
floor and upstairs, yeah. So hopefully we'll find a little bit more.
Yes.
So.
Okay, so we now come outside into the outside wing of the prison. Just take a moment to look around. It is absolutely incredible in here. The light is fantastic tonight. It's very, very cold. But Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, it's going to be nice in here later, I feel. This is what we call the naval prison now, but originally this was the female accommodation block for the jail. Later on it was taken over by the Admiralty. We have 104 cells in this wing, over 5 floors up above us. There would have been a ceiling above us on this landing. This is the dark floor, if you like, of the naval prison. And then you would have gone up the wall at the end and into the main stairwell and then into the open plan that's up above us. The room over to my right behind us was the guard room. Always quite busy in the guard room, as are a few of the cells down here as well. So lots of random activity down in this part of the block itself.
So what sort of things do you normally get down here?
We get physical interaction in the cells down here. We also have a residual here, which is a foghorn. Sounds like a ship at open sea, which drifts in now and again. Can give you a bit of a turn if you're not ready for it. Normally it's very good. You know, the activity in these cells is quite exceptional, really.
Do the individual cells in here have particular entities involved with them?
Yeah, very much so. Yes, we work with a few of the cells and the people that are in them, if you like. So yes, it is quite good.
Good. I mean, the beauty of this place is we can put people into individual cells, and we can shift people around just to see what actually happens to them and if they pick up on anything. Because the interesting thing about this place, from my perspective, is the historical record is very, very accurate and precise. Of a lot of places where paranormal groups go, the historical record is a bit sketchy. Whereas this place, because it's an official residence or prison, every person that stayed here is recorded. Every person that's died, every person that's been executed, every person that's worked, everything's recorded. So people can pick up things. You've got a record to go straight back to.
That's right. And even with the ones that drift in and out, which are connected to people themselves, you know, if we've worked with them in the past, I've been here professionally now for 4 years, so I know most of the people that I've got in the cells that are quite active, and the way they work, really. So there's nothing here that can give us a turn, and nothing we can't deal with.
Yeah. Do the spirits know you personally now as well?
They know me very personally.
Do
yes,
they sort of like say, "Hey, Mark, you know, good to see you"?
They
or
recognise me. We work with the children up in the administration wing. We play games.
Right.
We're very interactive.
Sure.
Oh,
Thanks, Mark.
No problem.
Okay, so we've got the digital voice recorder for EVP and we've got the K2 for EMF detection. Alright, so what we'll do now is we'll do a small EVP session. So basically what we'll get is I'll ask a series of questions, and in the time between the questions we have to remain as quiet and as still as we possibly can. This makes Nigel's life a lot easier when we go back and analyse. Alright. Maybe later on we can go back and do a quick analysis and you can see how it all works. I don't know if you guys have seen it used before, or if you watch taps and stuff, I'm sure you've seen them doing analyzers, sound files and stuff. Okay. So thank you for coming out of the shadows. Please come to this room. Don't be afraid. We just want to know more about you. If you are here, Can you please tell me your name? What was your crime? Would you like us to leave? How long were you held a prisoner here for? Can you tell me the year you were incarcerated? Do you know that you're dead? How many spirits are present here? Did you like to serve in the Navy?
Say that again about the Navy.
Did you enjoy serving in the Navy? What was the name of the ship that you served on? What was your rank? Okay, I think that's enough for now. Need to make sure we get warm because my nose is going cold. Alright, end of EVP session.
What do you want?
I want to hear about your evening.
It's cold. It's really, really cold. Apart from that, it's cold as well. So, no, in all seriousness, early days, it's just really sort of like started off, to be fair. We were down in the naval block, and it's so cold down there, it's ridiculous. So trying to keep your energy levels up and your spirit up, it's really, really quite hard. So it's a case of doing what you can to keep them warm tonight, I think. I still think tonight we could get some really, really good stuff. I love this place, and I think it's just brilliant and awesome, and we're all going to have a really good night.
Excellent. Thank you. Yes, speak to me. How's your evening so far?
A bit quiet so far. We tried a variety of different ways of communicating. Nothing seemed to be coming forward. The occasional sort of little shuffle, which, you know, we don't know whether that was from the room we were in or whether it was from upstairs. The acoustics are really weird in this place, so it's really hard to tell where the noises are coming from. But hopefully we've built up a bit of energy for groups later, and yeah, just have to wait and see.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you. Just basically tell me a bit about what you've experienced so far.
Cold.
I think you were outside, weren't you?
Yeah, we were outside initially. It's quite quiet really. We've got Neil before he comes up, an image of kind of event in his head. But yeah, just quite quiet really. But just, it feels, I was saying, it feels like the air is like quite energetic, like almost kind of electric, but nothing sort of specific.
Right. Okay.
We'll just see what happens really.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Nigel, I told you. You lie, you lot. We're starting to get a few things happening here, Nigel. All nice.
when you bring your bloke along to bloody hang off, like, get warm. But those sort of hand folding things, I mean, they get from somebody else. It just brings you up.
Yeah, just don't want you to. Oh, you've got quite a big one too now. In fact.
Don't analyse them, just keep taking it.
Yes,
I mean, it is unusual.
Yeah, there's a wall there.
Hello.
Speak to me.
Well, there's not really an awful lot to say, to be honest. We were downstairs in the basement. We did get a response, but it was kind of weak. But we feel like the energy is building down there, so later on you might have fireworks.
So the next group might have something exciting to report.
Yeah, it was definitely really, really strong smell of cigarette smoke, or like cigar smoke at one point. And interestingly enough, that wasn't near the stairs, that was near the back.
Right.
And you couldn't smell it anywhere else but in this one particular place, but it was pungent. Other than that, I really don't have a lot to say. I think there's somebody called George down there.
Right.
And we know that there's an Elizabeth because it's written on the wall.
Okay.
But we feel like it's going to be fireworks down there later, so look out.
Exciting.
Hopefully.
Okay. Okay, thank you. You've just done your lone vigil downstairs in the laundry. Anything happen?
Just noises, plenty of noises.
Okay.
Thought I'd seen something, but it's just imagination. Yeah, it's very cold. I'm glad it's over with.
So you say you heard noises. What kind of noises was it you were hearing?
Click noises.
Okay.
Nothing really. Normally get touched or something, or the back of my head gets touched, but nothing like that.
Okay. Alright, thank you very much.
Downstairs in the dark on my own for 10 minutes.
Anything happen?
When we've done that before, I got this sense, well, a couple of us got a sensation that it just went dark as if someone was stood there. I got that once to the right side of me, which freaked me out a bit, but then it did seem to shift, like it went.
Okay.
A few little sort of clicks, but that was it really.
Okay. Scary. Well done, though.
Don't try and sneak out.
How's your evening so far? I watched you dancing earlier on the.
Quite a few little noises. We do want to put a bit of energy down.
Yeah.
For you guys. So the next group you go rest of you go down.
Well, not me. I don't have to go down there.
All right. Anybody who goes
I go where I want to go.
We warmed them up from.
I think it'll be, the next group, definitely.
Excellent.
Yeah. I mean, I think our theory for the night will be laughter, dancing, singing.
Yeah.
You know? Give them a bit of a treat, really.
Be interesting to see what the next group come up with. See if they same sort of atmosphere.
Yeah.
Looking forward to going outside for 2 hours later.
Okay, so here we are on level number 4 now, and what we've got behind us are a couple of cells which we conduct a few experiments with. Basically, we've got a CCTV here, which is wired downstairs, but we use this area for lone vigils. Mark, can you tell us a bit about where we are, please?
Sure. You're in level 4 of the administration wing of the jail itself. This level is always quite interesting, quite active if you like. The 2 cells behind me were solitary confinement cells, so if you misbehaved in the civilian prison, you were brought out of the general population, put into solitary confinement, where they would have adapted the food, generally made you feel uncomfortable, until you settled and calmed down before putting you back into the civilian wing itself. This is also part of what we call the transfer corridor. So prisoners would come in from the civilian wing, they would go across this corridor and into the chapel area of the jail itself, and up and down the staircase as well. So it's quite an interesting area for me. I do my work in this one here because there was a nice big mirror on the wall, and the mirror is ideal for showing people what their energy looks like, what their borders look like. Down the far end of the corridor, behind your camera there, is a cell that looks through into the main prison. We believe that was the condemned cell for this floor as well. So the prisoners will be collected from there at 1 minute's wait in the morning, taken down the main spiral staircase and executed on the solid scaffold of the jail itself.
All right, okay. The reason why we like to use this area is particularly because of the condemned cell aspect and also the solitary confinement. So we use this area for some low visual work, basically. So we put the camera up here, and we'll also set up a few other hard drive cameras as well, just to see what results we get and see what sort of behaviour we get from our test subjects, because it's extremely dark here.
It will be very dark up here later on, and it is quite an active floor at the moment. Over the last month and a half, 2 at the most, level 4 has become very interesting.
Good. Look at the scratch marks. Right, mate. Okay, it's 1:15. We'll be up at 25 past. No problem. I do. Good luck. Right, mate.
Are there any spirit energies in this room with me at this moment? If there are, tap the one, move the stone, knock the torch over. Anything to give me a sign that you're up here. Is there any entities in this room with me? Tap on the door. Please move the stone in front of me. I'm here with respect. Just curious. Is there someone in the corner behind me?
Okay, so you're just on your lone vigil.
Yeah.
Upstairs in the condemned cell. Anything exciting happen?
All I could hear was almost like either small pebbles or water dripping to my right. I don't know if you can see me on the camera.
Yeah,
but when I was looking at the camera, it was probably on my left. It was on my right. I was asking for it to go to the other side, and it just kept going on the other side. So whether there was something stood beside me or not, I don't know.
Right.
But other than that, I've had pretty much the same feelings all night. Very calm, relaxed, almost as if I'm being chaperoned or looked after.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. How did it go?
Fine.
Anything happen?
Not really.
Hello, Kate.
Not really.
No, nothing at all.
Just something clinging to my leg.
Clinging?
My right leg was really cold.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay. Any idea what Might have been. Or?
Got the feeling of a very worried, intimidated person.
Okay.
Bloke.
Okay.
Right, see you soon. Okay, now.
Right, Eve.
Yeah. Shall I run that? Already?
Sorry, I'm shouting right in your eyes. Yeah. You're right.
Did you not pick anything up on the cameras downstairs?
We can only see the what's it one. Why would you see?
Something come up outside here. It cracked and made a hell of a noise.
Really?
Yeah, hell of a noise here. I thought that was perhaps maybe another cell. So I didn't know. But it come from here, and it shone light. So
Right.
now I'm surprised you lot didn't see it downstairs.
No, we didn't.
But it wasn't in there. It was out here, and it was here. I don't know what that phone's doing there.
Don't know.
Unless it was something programmed for that to click off. I don't know.
Right.
But it made hell of a noise. And that camera in there, I mean, Nigel checked it and he said it's still recording, so I presume that records voice as well.
Yeah.
So I didn't speak a word.
Okay.
So any noise on that one in there is this thing going off.
Right. Okay.
Whatever that was, but it come from this area.
Okay.
So I would have thought, because that camera in here, isn't it?
Hi guys, can you hear me? I'm not staying up here anymore. Oh, is it? Okay.
Okay, so you've just done your lone vigil.
In the condemned cell?
Yeah.
I felt alright. However, as I sat there longer after, I did see, or I don't know if see or sense is the right word, but a dark, shadowy figure standing in the doorway. And at that point, that's when I radioed you and said, "Can I come out here now?" Because I just felt like it was getting closer, if you see what I mean.
Right. And what did you get off that figure? Did you get any feelings of anything?
Yeah, I just wanted to leave. I was just like, get me out of here feeling, which I suppose you would have if you were locked in a cell.
Well, yeah.
But no, it was like an impending sense of doom, basically, and it was like, right, time to go, and that's why I radioed you, because I'm a wimp. But yeah, other than that, I didn't call out though, so I was listening to see, you know, if I could hear anything.
Did you hear, the other guys have all reported hearing like taps and things, did you hear anything at all?
No.
Even like if you can think of a logical reason for it, did you hear any noises at all?
No. No, I didn't. But like I said, I saw a black shadowy figure. You know, in the room, it's dark anyway, and the room seems to go suddenly darker.
Yeah.
And like, that's the way the energy is sort of moving around.
Yeah.
Well, it went dark behind the door, first of all, in the corner, behind where the camera was, and then I saw the dark shadow. And that's when I radioed you like a wuss.
It was fine, because we were already getting you anyway, because your 10 minutes was up. So you did 10 minutes, so you're fine.
Hey.